All right, Bags. Welcome to your rapid reaction brought to you by Professional Fire Restoration. Ian Anderson out of the game in game 6 of the NLCS Braves Dodgers. Atlanta has a 4-1 lead, and I'm feeling a little bit better now. I was tight. I won't be honest. I'll be honest with you. I was at a wedding. I spent way too much time on my phone instead of enjoying the company of the beautiful couple that is Garrett Bernardo and Brianna Sirianni. But now I'm locked into game 6 of the NLCS, man.
Look, we love Garrett, but all due respect, you're lucky you're even there. This is game 6. You got Ian on the hill. And now, midway through this game, you and your Atlanta Braves, Chris, are this close to the World Series.
All right, so if you're just joining us, it's Honorado and Bagnardi. It's your rapid reaction brought to you by Professional Fire Restoration. We're reacting to game 6 with Ian Anderson, the Shen grad, on the mound. You see the numbers at the bottom of your screen. 4 innings. I was surprised when he got pulled, but it ended up paying off. And here's why. Because there were 2 outs when Brian Snitker, the manager of the Braves, decided to pull Ian Anderson. He would have been the 3rd out. There's no doubt about it in that inning. And they get a double from Ihare Adrianza. And so you get 2nd and 3rd with Eddie Rosario now coming up. And then he hits the 3-run homer. So look, I thought, man, only 4 innings, way too short of an outing for Ian, but it ended up working, Bags.
Well, it did work. So here's the thing. I don't want to be, hypocritical here. I don't want to be sitting downstairs yelling at the TV saying they're taking him out too early and then come on here because it paid off, go, oh, that was such a great move. Because really, I didn't think it was at the time. Now, obviously, like you said, it paid off. So at the end of the day, it's a great decision. But I thought, look, you took him out early last start, and he didn't have it last start. He has it this start, and he still took him out too early in that last start to say, okay, there's going to be another one down the road. We're gonna try to come back in the game, get this offense so that you can be ready for another game down the road in this series. That game was tonight, and he was on tonight, and now you're pulling him after 4 innings. So I thought, okay, 66 pitches. He's only allowed 3 hits. He looks really good. Now you're going to take him out with 2 outs. I get it. It's a 1-1 game. You want your offense when you got your chance, but you're not going against Max Scherzer, so you don't have to try to take advantage of every opportunity possible for offense. But look, to me, I'm sitting there thinking this is too early to take him out of the game, and of course it pays off. So you tip your hat to the manager for a job well done because it paid off, but I still didn't love it taking him out. And now you do have to get through the rest of this game with the bullpen, so we'll see what happens.
I got thoughts because you said, yeah, it isn't Max Scherzer, but I'll tell you what, it is Walker Buehler. Hang on. You're watching Rapid Reaction with Honorado and Bagnardi.
This Honorado and Bagnardi Rapid Reaction is presented by Professional Fire Restoration.
All right, so you say it isn't Max Scherzer, but it is Walker Buehler. Walker Buehler is their best pitcher, even with the way Scherzer is gone and post-trade and at 37 years old. I get it. Scherzer's great, but Walker Buehler is the Dodgers' best pitcher. I texted Ian Anderson's dad today. He texted me. He said, hey, it looks like it's going to be Walker Buehler. I said, great. We're going to have to beat the best the Dodgers have to offer. We have the guy we want on the mound. I was building Bob Anderson up. I'm like, let's feel good about this opportunity here for Ian. And so, yeah, I know, okay, it wasn't Scherzer, dead arm and all that, but it is still Walker Buehler. I don't care if it's 3 days rest.
That's what I was going to say.
Pitcher.
It is, but it's him on short rest, not going by the book, not going by the plan. And I'm saying it's not Scherzer out there in like a situation where it could be Max Scherzer in a dominant Game 6 playoff scenario, right? So to me, I'm looking at this as like, did the Braves need to score that inning? Now, again, it really paid off because you wind up getting the 3-run home run. But did they need to score that inning? Was it worth it to take Anderson out of the game? Let's say you don't get any runs or you only get 1. Is it still worth it to get Anderson out of the game? I guess the answer will be, well, we'll see how the bullpen does. That, again, everything is going to be decided based on how it pans out. At the time,
it's worth it because you got 3. It's worth it because you got 3. I was not in favor of the decision when it was made. I will be completely honest here, and as you are, Shawnee, as well. I thought, way too early. Why are we pulling him? Ian's feeling good. He's got his good stuff. Let's try to get 6 out of him. To me, 6 was the benchmark tonight. Can I get 6 innings allowing 2 or fewer runs, and then I'd be happy as a Braves fan that I am. And I'm sure as Capital Region people are thinking, you know what does Ian have here in game 6, a game that may send Atlanta to the World Series? I didn't like the call. But it worked. And that's the bottom line, is that it worked.
What if the pinch hitter makes an out? Now you're in a one-run game.
But no more what ifs. We both are saying we didn't like the decision at the time, but it worked.
Okay, but the what if is the whole thing. Because if it didn't work, everybody would go on and the what if of, why did he take him out? Yeah. But we have to be able to sit here and say what if, even when it does work out. We have to look at it the what if the other way. Because, again, in that moment, I was on the other side of things here of you leave him in the game. I mean, you got to try to get through 6 innings with him versus a pitcher you're going against on short rest. So my thing is, even if, Ian goes up there and strikes out like he probably would have, you're still in a 1-1 game. You get to keep Ian out there longer, get a couple more innings out of him while he's going really well, and get deeper into a game facing a guy on short rest. That's a position that in that moment, I like that decision. But again, it did pay off. So I tip my hat to the Braves and the decision-making there because it worked. But I can't come on here, honestly, and sit here and look at you and say, hey, I was on board with that because it paid off, because at the time I wasn't.
I get it. I've gone away from DVRing games. That has been my MO. I want to watch as much of these games as possible. And I know you're going to tell me you're an idiot. This is not the way professional sports works. You've got a TV behind you. Mine behind me is off. So if something changes, you let me know.
I will.
My luck in DVRing games has not been good. So I decided tonight I'm not going to be home for early on in the game. I probably missed the first few innings, and that's kind of the way it panned out. But I'm not going to DVR the game. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to enjoy my time at the wedding. I will come home.
You didn't. No. You didn't. You decided to not DVR and be rude and follow the game while you're at the wedding. That's what you decided to do. Follow the first wedding.
Yes, mostly. Wedding. Yeah. But I am in the mindset of they don't win when I DVR these damn games. No, and I know you're going to tell me it doesn't matter, but mentally, psychologically, it doesn't work for me.
Okay. So as we sit here now, and you got 2 outs here in the 6th inning, top of the 6th, you're probably going to get through here with basically 9 outs to go. You're 10 outs away from the World Series, man. How does that feel? 10 outs away with a 3-run lead at home.
It feels like the rest of America is going to be on the Braves because it's the Astros on the other side. There are very few people in this country that want to see Houston win another World Series. So it feels like outside of the state of Texas and maybe some other parts of the South, that everyone is going to be a Braves fan. Although I wonder, and I ask you, well, let me just do this here. Do you think this is our local?
No.
10 News, ABC?
No, that's got to be a bot or something, because what is that logo? That logo is nothing.
I don't know, but they're telling you to subscribe, like, and share. I'll support that.
You definitely should.
Here are Ian's numbers through his postseason career. Look at those numbers, Bags. Look at those numbers.
Look, if you're going to make a reputation for yourself, and he's been good in the regular season too. This year was like the big evaluation year, because it's going to be your first full year with the big boys after you made a splash last season and got some postseason experience. And we saw a little bit of an up and down, to some degree with Ian in the regular season, but he had a good regular season.
Yep.
And now
injury.
Yeah, right. And now he is starting to be really recognized on the national stage as a postseason pitcher. I mean, people now are taking note of what he has done just in his postseason starts. Yeah. And that's sort of the narrative now. Every time he goes out there is like, this guy's a big game pitcher. That's a great reputation to have early on. Tough to live up to, but he has answered the call every time with this Braves team, really with the exception of last game before tonight.
Let me get way ahead of myself here.
Yeah.
They're not in the World Series yet.
No, they're not.
But.
Middle of the 6th.
Through 5.5. But you're a Mets fan. I'm a Braves fan. I can tell you right now, if it were Mets Astros, man, I'd have a hard time rooting for the Mets. Can you pull yourself to root for the Atlanta Braves, a rival, and not just an NL East rival. I mean, the Mets and Braves, more than 25 years, I'd say maybe just the 20 years, 22 years or so.
It's not a rivalry.
Been a real rivalry. Can you root for the Braves to win the World Series?
But it's really not a rivalry. I mean, you guys, through my whole childhood, steamrolled that division. It's a division rivalry. We hate you guys, but because you were so good, I mean, you creamed us. To me, to have it be a legitimate rivalry, there's got to be some serious, back and forth. And I know the Mets had their years, but for most of my lifetime, this Braves team has been overwhelmingly better than the Mets. I mean, my whole childhood, you guys won the division every year.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the last 20, maybe 22 years. The Mets have been very competitive with Atlanta. They went to the World Series in 2000. They got a pitcher from the Braves, Tom Glavine, who ended up getting his 300th win with the Mets. They won back-to-back division titles. They went to the World Series in 2015. They've been to the World Series. Shawnee, the Mets have been to the World Series twice since Atlanta's last appearance there.
Okay, but you know what it is though to me? It's just like they're still the big brothers of that division to me. I don't know what it is. I mean,
okay.
I think I'm scarred.
Doesn't that make you hate them?
Maddox and Glavine and Smoltz. I'm scarred from all that. And even when other teams have been good in the division, even when Philadelphia went through their stretch where they were better, the Mets have had their stretch. To me, Atlanta has still really been the class of the division, and it always kind of comes full circle to them.
What is the team you hate most in that division?
The Braves. But here's what I'll say about looking ahead to the World Series if they make it like they should. By the way, if they blow this one, I don't expect them to win Game 7.
Oh, there's no chance.
I can root for the Braves in the World Series because of Ian Anderson. Okay? I mean, got to root for the local kid. Like to see him win for you. And also, it's about the Astros because I really can't get behind that team. I know there are different faces there, and I know there's different leadership there. I'm not a huge Dusty Baker fan anyway, but I think that team, they still have Altuve, they still have Correa, they still those guys I look at. I just can't root for that team given everything that happened because ultimately I'd rather root for a division rival, a team I grew up hating, than a team I feel like spit on the integrity of the game or poison the quality of baseball. So for me, it'll be rooting for the Braves more because of the Houston Astros, but also because of that Ian Anderson effect too. Got to root for the local guy. We've had him on the podcast. He's a great kid, nice guy, always has given us his time. So absolutely got to root for him.
I'm going to get back to the game. What else you got?
That's it, man. We got football tomorrow. We'll see how we do on our pick 6. And yeah, we roll into another week. We got hoops now. I told you on our podcast earlier this week, it's the best time of the year. We got baseball now nearing the World Series. Football is completely in full swing. Yeah. We have our picks here that you can see this week against Frank Rocco, our guest picker. There's our picks heading into tomorrow. And you, of course, have basketball and hockey seasons now both underway. So great time to be a sports fan. I'm on an island with my Jets, as you can see. And it's on Sunday night. So we'll see. I'm one game on you.
You're on an island with the Jets. I'm on an island with the Giants. Yeah.
And Frank is on an island. Oh, no, I'm on an island in that game as well with the Texans there. Boy, I've got a chance to – this is a make or break week for me, given how different I am from you.
You got 3 shots, man. Jets, Texans, and Colts.
Yeah, the Texans, it's just about a cover because that's a big spread. Of those 3, honestly, I feel least confident about the Jets game.
Yeah, more than a touchdown. New England favored at home. I feel good. I mean, Belichick, let's go. He'll figure that one out. I think.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you, man.
It's not over yet. And we know
not even close. It's a long road. Even those final 3 outs will not be easy.
Yeah, and if they just get one before the 9th, then it's like they can get the tying run to the plate pretty easily, and then who the heck knows what could happen, especially in this series with that team. There's still a long way to go. but obviously you like where you're positioned. And the one big difference this year compared to last year is you've got that home crowd behind you tonight. So go take advantage.
All right, that is your rapid reaction brought to you by Professional Fire Restoration with Honorado and Bagnardi here on the News Channel 13 Facebook page. Anytime there's something big going on in the world of sports, we are here to react to it and to break it all down and to give you our idiotic opinions. All right, Bags, enjoy your NFL Sunday. And so to you, everybody watching, enjoy the NFL Sunday Week 7. We just showed you our picks. We're taking on the Rock Man. That is legendary stuff.
Also, by the way, if he beats us, we'll never live it down. Never.
And we shouldn't.
No, this is a guy who has our cell phone numbers. This is a guy who, he beats us. He will, and rightfully so, as you point out, he will never let us hear the end of it.
You're right about that. All right, Bags. Enjoy the rest of this game. Enjoy the Sunday games in the NFL, and we'll talk to everybody next week. We're with you every Thursday right here on Honorado and Bagnardi at 10 a.m. each and every Thursday morning. Thanks for hanging out,